Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. And if you're a longtime listener, follower, listener of my radio show, etc., you know that I have said in the past multiple times, I've even put it in writing in some of my articles, that cybersecurity is agnostic to politics, but we're not immune from it. And we have a recent story of hacking here that I think, quite frankly, unfortunately, really underscores that. Now, for the record, as I've stated multiple times, again, if you're a longtime listener, etc., I do not care what your politics are. As I just mentioned, we're agnostic to it here, so whatever you believe, I don't care. But here are the facts on the ground. I think it's an important one to understand in terms of long-term ramifications. And this is coming from Cyberscoop, who had a really good write-up on this the other day. So here's what happened. Pro-choice, meaning they are for abortion, pro-choice hacktivists leaked more than 74 gigabytes of data connected to evangelical organizations. Now, this is the latest example of how these abortion rights supporters are attempting to use the internet to rally support against groups that supported the Dobbs v. Jackson decision, which obviously overruled Roe v. Wade, therefore pushing the right to abortion down to the states. And what we're seeing is a hodgepodge of states. Some states, like me here in Illinois, like my state here in Illinois, California, and some others are enshrining abortions in their constitution or strengthening the laws around them. And in other states, like Texas, for example, essentially you've got abortion rights being very heavily restricted because now we don't have a uniform law across 50 states. Every state can do whatever they want. So a message posted alongside the data specifically called out a conservative religious organization known as Liberty Counsel. Now, they claimed basically that, quote, noticing a worrying trend of far-right and anti-abortion activists aligning themselves with the evangelical Christian movement and hiding their funding sources behind laws that allow church ministries to keep their donations secret. We decided to bring about some much-needed radical transparency by taking it upon ourselves to make your list of donors public, end quote. Of course, that is the hacktivist talking to the Liberty Counsel and then dumping out a whole bunch of stuff. So this past Thursday, about a week ago or so, the hacktivist posted a message and a link to download the files to basically Inlace Hacktivista. Now, that's a website that says it documents hacker history, shares educational resources, and provides space for, quote, hackers to publish their hacks, leaks, and communiques, end quote. The message included hashtags referencing Operation Jane. This is coming from Anonymous back in 2021, specifically September of 2021, after Texas Republicans passed legislation that effectively banned abortions after 6 weeks. Again, on the heels of that Dobbs decision, we saw a slew of those across those states that are considered red or conservative. Now, the message explains that these files were obtained from hacking WM Tech, or TEK. That's a Florida-based company that offers web design, front and back end development, as well as online giving and donor management services. Apparently, they had some kind of vulnerability, and here we are. And I think that this is something that when we are living in the age of contentious politics is a big issue, is that we are going to see hacking and dumping of, let's say, sensitive data from both the right and the left, I would assume, coming out with some frequency. We've had this for quite some time. Julian Assange and WikiLeaks is a perfect example of this. The 2016 election, Russian intelligence basically dumped a whole bunch of Hillary's emails, all that kind of stuff. Again, don't care what you think, what you believe politically. These are simply what happened. And so by virtue of that, this isn't going away. But when we have an ever-growing contentious election that is basically hitting like a fervor pitch here, I really think that we can expect more of these attacks in the future, and that's not good for anybody. So understand that if you're, let's say, donating politically or have strong political beliefs and you're caught up in donor databases, registration lists, all this kind of stuff, you have to prepare to understand that, one, people are going to understand who exactly you're potentially donating to, and also take steps to protect yourself and your identity, such as freezing your credit, multi-factor authentication, all the normal stuff I've talked about here in the past, because quite frankly, again, I don't care what you believe, we all need security. So heads up, it's just going to be a wild ride through this election, and I think the data breaches of basically both sides are going to be fast and furious. We're going to see what happens, and quite frankly, I'm strapped in here with you, so good luck to all of us. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please, just please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.